Jenna, we're looking a little bit different.
Yes, we are.
What happened? Did Jin just get it changed?
He went shopping.
Oh, you went shopping?
Yeah, he went shopping.
I don't know. What actually happened was I did a bit of, like, off-screen grinding because, I mean, if people haven't realised, this is, like, a long-ass game and I was getting my shit handed to me. But B, also, like, we've been moving house and we even had to, like, miss a day of these videos going live. Like, we did have to miss out an episode, like, scheduling wise, because we've just been busy as hell. Kate's been trying to settle into a new house, like the puppy, and yeah, it's just been one of those of, like, we haven't had much time both not working or being busy at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did a bit of off-screen grinding, and basically all I did, people might notice, like, I think I got like one technique point. No, I don't even think I've gone up a technique point. I basically went and found things like the shrines, the bamboo strikes, the fox dens, the cosmetic items. Like, basically found anything that increases, like, my stats.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually go do any missions. I even kind of avoided combat. I think I killed, like, maybe a dozen random soldiers, like, in and out.
That
But
must have been tough for you.
I basically was just constantly running past and on Shadow, like, teleporting around with fast travel, going on Shadow, running past everyone, ignoring everybody that wanted to fight me, apart from if they had a hostage.
Well, I suppose you can't have the word getting out, can
Exactly. Well, they would have killed the hostage, I presume. Although, no, they've been quite nice to the prisoners, haven't they?
you? Yeah, if you kill them, they can't work for you.
And the one thing I did mess up on is I found this village, not realising it will auto-start a mission for me.
Oh, yeah.
So I bumped into a guy, like Lord Shimura, and he was like, "Oh, come talk to me." And I was like, "I want to leave." I kept trying to walk away from him in the mission to go do the bamboo strike nearby, and it was like, "No, you failed the mission," and restarted me at the checkpoint. And I was like, "Okay, can I fast travel away?" No, you can't. So I basically had to just let the guy talk to me, and he's now told me to come meet him at, like, where was it? His old hunting camp. So apologies for that. I was trying to ignore anything that was to do with the story completely. I didn't want anyone to miss that, but yeah, the game forced me into it because I just wanted a bamboo strike. And I got close enough to the mission marker that it was like, "Oh, you want this?" I was like, no.
That's what you get when you go after that bamboo. Get greedy.
Yeah, so I don't know if I can bring up, like... Oh, there we go. So people notice I've got, like, quite a decent amount more health and resolve. As far as I can tell, if I go to my guiding wind target, I was just doing this. So this will show me, like, where a bamboo strike is nearby. There isn't one.
Oh.
So I just kept doing bamboo strikes to get my resolve up, and then eventually I did so many of them that the game was like, "There's no more on this island, stop."
Oh.
And I was like, "Okay, I guess that's where I'm gonna call it a day then."
It's like, I don't know what to do with you now.
Guiding wind, tell me where to go next. Nowhere. I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks, game." So I guess I've just done all of the bamboo strikes available to me up to this point. So I have the most amount of resolve I'm able to get. And yeah, as I mentioned, like, I don't think I got any, like, new techniques or anything like that. Literally just a bit of better stats and some cosmetic item upgrades, and did get a new couple of charms as well. So run 3 people through that. So this is my Travelers one, where it's like, oh, I get increased resolve gains. Like, this one, though, perfect parries and perfect dodges are easier to perform.
Hey.
Increases, like, supplies and stuff from collecting.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I go to my other outfit, there was Sakai clan armor. What were the charms on that one? Oh yeah, killing restores a moderate amount of health, and increased resolve gains. So yeah, just basically, like, stuff that's gonna help me out, but Yeah.
And maybe make this a little bit more enjoyable to watch when we haven't just got... Actually, it's quite entertaining to just watch you die over and over.
Maybe
but,
for
know.
you, but it's been a difficult scenario for me at times where it's just been like, oh, I want to have the duel with this guy, and it's a half an hour duel of me just dying over and over again. So I know some people are here to watch me do that, but I'm sorry, it got to that point where it's like, it's clear that this game doesn't want me to just mainline the story.
Yeah.
But 3 hours of just me walking around the world does not make for an entertaining YouTube series. Not for most viewers anyway, so I just figured, like, let's get a bit of that out of the way.
This what your beef is with Lord of the Rings?
What, of like, cut 3 hours out of the trilogy and it'll be a better movie? So, almost like that's what they did to the cinema release, so that people would find it enjoyable. Like, me and Jenna are very much on the opposite ends of this whole Lord of the Rings debate. Of Jenna's a massive fan and loves the extended trilogy, and I'm like, no, they trim the fat for a reason.
No. Yeah, even the extended editions cuts like good stuff out of the book.
I'm not arguing whether it's a good rendition of the book, but I think those movies, as just movies, are better without being extended. Does it, like, for all I'm concerned, you could probably turn the book into 8 films and still get enough content out of it for, like, good films.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, that could have been 3 trilogies instead of 3 films. Like, they had to condense it a lot, I admit. But, like, yeah, I would argue that as a trilogy of films, it's not that enjoyable to sit there for 10 hours.
Yeah, it is, though.
Yeah, it is.
And
to clarify, I like Lord of the Rings. Jenna loves Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. You're just not
you
cool
have
enough.
And to clarify, this must be the proper mission I have to do, but there was a mission somewhere where I spoke to a guy I hadn't met before. Obviously, I forgot what Lord Tshushima is like, our uncle, but I wonder what the other mission was. But yeah, like, you have a tattoo of Lord of the Rings stuff, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
I have, I have, all that we have to decide is what to do with the time that's given to us, written in Elvish.
There we go. So, like, fake Lord of the Rings fan here, just, like, only getting one Lord of the Rings tattoo, Jenna? I mean, what's that?
God.
Oh, that was it. The sake seller. So I've done part 1 of 3 of that by accident. I think it's that one. It's one of them.
I'm curious.
But right now, we have to care about Lord Tshushima. But I'm waiting for, like, I mean, just the moment where someone makes it like a known thing that I don't like the extended trilogy on the internet. I've already had to come out there and say that Final Fantasy VII wasn't as good as people remember. And, like, oh god.
I think you probably got 3 strikes. So
yeah,
that's 2.
like, that's the second one. Is said something bad about Final Fantasy VII and something bad about the extended cut of the Final Fantasy films. The extended cut of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like, I'll get some credit back, some, like, street cred back, and just mention how bad the Hobbit trilogy actually was. Because fuck that trilogy. The first one was fine, and I fell asleep during the 3rd movie because it's fucking awful. That's definitely that's definitely trim the fat off that trilogy for sure. I don't think anyone will contend.
No.
Like, my decision of saying that should have been 1 or 2 movies, not 3.
I don't even think it needed 2.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
no.
The Hobbit is a short, like, kiddie book, essentially.
It's when you look at our copy of The Hobbit versus our copy of the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah, you compare the books side by side, and when they made the same amount of movies out of both of these books.
Yeah, it's.
And then people will be, no, but they incorporated things from the Silmarillion and stuff like that into the Hobbit trilogy. Did they need to?
No.
Did it make it a more enjoyable experience?
No.
It just made me wait 3 fucking years to see a bad movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one.
Like, the first one was, like, again, more childish, because that's the tone of The Hobbit, but
Yeah.
I didn't mind, like, the silliness of it, and when you go into with the mentality of, oh, it's The Hobbit, it's a bit silly, it's a bit kiddie, like, yeah, fair enough, I didn't mind it, but then it was weird where it was like, no, we have to make it more like Lord of the Rings. It's like, that's not what people liked about the Hobbit book. People didn't like the really intense fucking, you know, Battle of Five Armies, like, epic of the Hobbit. It was like, no, the Hobbit's like, you know, fun because it's a Bilbo's little kiddie tale. Like,
Yeah, it's more light-hearted.
yeah, way more light-hearted, but they had to apparently double back and go, no, let's make it serious and dark and edgy. It's like, okay. I've got a bevy of problems with that trilogy. I could go on all fucking day.
Yeah, kind of getting that vibe.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, I enjoy, like, the Lord of the Rings trilogy and stuff like that, but I know I can't turn around and be like, I like Lord of the Rings, because the other people that class themselves as liking Lord of the Rings are on, like, 8 other levels of fandom to me. I'm like, I quite like it, but then if I say I quite like it, I'm expected to be, like, an encyclopedia of Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
And I'm not.
One does not just simply like Lord of the Rings.
You don't. It's like, I'm there for, like, watching the trilogy and enjoying the memes.
I mean, the memes.
They
do
good.
just enhance the experience.
They do. Like, Lord of the Rings still lives on in my mind because of the memes. Like, obviously the films are great, but, like, it's not like I watch them a lot or anything like that, but I'm always reminded about them because every, like, week or so I'll just see a good Lord of the Rings meme.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm waiting for those people. The Lord of the Rings memes aren't funny. They shouldn't make fun of those films. But I love that take. It's like, if you like that end, like, you know, that bit of entertainment, you should be willing to, like, make fun of it as well.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what's not funny? Memes about things I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of if I've ever seen a meme about something that I just don't really care about in it. No.
Do you reckon we just let... Why has he got a flaming blade? I want a flaming blade. It's gone now. Oh, okay, run away, mate.
Let's go.
Oh, God, he saw me equip the shield stance and went, no, I'm shield guy, no.
Oh no!
Like, wait, that's me, no. Oh, God, what a bell end. That is you. You're next. Forget they always fire multiple. Oh, that's unblockable. See, I might need all this resolve to just heal me, because, as I mentioned, didn't really do any combat, so I haven't exactly improved at it. I've just got more health and resolve to help me being bad.
That's how I play video games.
It's funny, because, like, Karl and I are playing through God of War for his channel, and we constantly, even in other games, like when we play through Spider-Man, like, you don't want to spec towards having perks that help you when you're being hurt.
Yeah.
And I agree with that mentality, but in this game, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not very good at it, and I keep not being good at it. So let's help me not be good at this game. Now, let's just accept my fate. Is he still fighting that one guy? Like, I've taken out everyone else.
I think this is a real case of the student has become the master.
I think so.
It's got a flaming sword.
Oh, there we go. Why can't I just pick it up while it's on fire still? It's like, oh god. You know what? Flaming swords just reminded me of Jenna. Can you guess?
No.
You can't guess what, like, flaming swords remind me of. And why is it Game of Thrones?
Okay, that is what I was about to say.
Of just, like, that really cool scene and image. And it was like the only thing you ever saw in that fight because the rest of it was just blurry and dark.
Yeah.
And it's like, it would have been great to watch that scene, like, I don't know, like, on Blu-ray as it was intended to be shot.
Yeah.
But everybody watched it over, like, a streaming service with bad quality streams. And it was, like, just blurry and pixelated and dark. And it's like, oh, God. But that was such a strong opening to that scene where it's like, oh, we've got the Dothraki horde.
Oh, yeah.
And then they all charge. You just see like the
all the lights go out, and it's just like, oh.
And it's like, oh, cool. They wiped out the entire Dothraki. Wait, why are there more Dothraki?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we sent them all to their death, and then just for the rest of the season, there's still Dothraki about, and you're like, did you guys think there were any of the end of this season? Like, no, you didn't, did you? They just rushed it out to go get like fucking Amazon Lord of the Rings money.
Yeah. No, wasn't it? They were doing something to do with Star Wars, and then
I think it was
never came to fruition.
Star Wars, and I can't remember which way round it was. It was like they're on to do a Star Wars project, and then it was Lord of the Rings, or it might have been the other way round. I'm not sure. Like the Amazon Lord of the Rings TV show.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I really don't remember like
Either way,
exactly what happened with all that, but I've not heard anything about any projects from them since. So.
No, they literally killed what could have been the greatest TV show of all time, and they just killed it.
Like literally on track to, by popular vote, just be like, yeah, this is one of the greatest fucking TV accomplishments ever made. And then they went, nah, let's just rush it. That we can give you more money. You can keep making like 3 more seasons of it. It's popular as fuck, and we want you to do it right. Nah, money now.
No.
We want to move on as quickly as possible. It's like,
we want to move on as quickly as possible and make ourselves, ruin our reputation in the process.
Yeah, they spent years and years on this show building their reputation up, only to decide, no, we need to ruin our reputation.
Yep.
By ruining the show we made. It's like, oh, cool.
I think they've just made it so that they should always now just do shows to the halfway point and then probably just get rid of them.
Let them do the first season of a show and then kick them out before they ruin it.
Oh, so disappointing.
It really is. And like, I think it says it all that like there was just the world agreed to just let out a huge sigh of disappointment.
Yep.
It wasn't even that anyone like cared anymore. Like people literally stopped caring about that show within a matter of weeks.
Yep.
Like it went from everyone was so excited about that last season to by the end of the season everyone was just like, eh.
Okay.
Either I stopped watching or I don't care anymore. Like that was pretty much the response from everyone I knew.
It's like, to be fair, like as I said at the time, I still think it's good in TV standards.
Yeah,
it's still
it was
good.
fine.
It
was just how much of a disappointment it was.
It looks worse because it was so good.
Yeah.
And then it made it much less good. So.
Much less good. Yeah.
Much less good.
Like critical thinking from Generator. Much less good.
Well, I'm just so overwhelmed by it, okay? It's still fresh. You say people didn't care, but I did.
It is still quite a fresh wound, but like... That's the thing is, it was so bad that it's a fresh wound, but I'm still just kind of sitting here going, yeah, what a shame. Rather than, really giving a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care that it ruined my, like, hype anymore. Yeah. It's just... I can't explain just, like... the change that season, that one season managed to like make in my heart, Gemma. It broke my heart.
Yeah, completely.
I don't know where I go. Oh,
yeah, I know. I feel like we've been stuck in this square for a while.
It's fine. I was just making sure I picked up everything, Gemma. So.
Oh, okay.
Because what it was is that I was meant to walk down like the left-hand side with him, and I jumped down instead. So I thought it led to the same area, but I did miss some supplies over here as I jumped off. I saw them, don't worry.
So you did that typical thing where you tried to take a shortcut and you just made it.
I've also just realised that I was meant to be wearing, my combat armour for the combat.
Oh yeah.
Like, why am I taking so much damage? It's like, oh, well, I didn't actually put my armor on. I'm waiting for no more combat to happen now.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Your uncle. Oh, hello.
These things are so cool.
Yeah. Your uncle's just like, oh, where did you go? Did you just go off to go and get changed?
He's like, wait, why have you got your father's armor now? Like, you haven't told me about this. Like, why have you got your father's armor and what pocket did you fucking pull it from? I'm just still on fire. I've just realised what those circles are. They're like where the watch is gonna
I
land.
was just wondering that.
It took me a second.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, Lord Shimon.
Oh.
How much of a lord are you? Like, twice now we've had to revive you.
Oh my god, the way you just got up
Oh
there
god,
then.
no!
No! Oh, look what you did, Uncle.
Look what you did, camera. I just couldn't fucking see what was happening. Oh my god, can he revive us?
No.
Oh no.